Convoy has just done something epic for smaller carriers that is usually only available for large carriers. And I'm here to tell you all about it today. Roll it. Hey, welcome back. And real quick, by the way, if you love everything trucking, please consider supporting our channel by simply subscribing and tapping that notification bell so that you can be made aware of all future video drops. We appreciate all of our subscribers. So listen, today I read an article that I had to pass on to you guys, all right? This is exciting news, and let me just get right into it. The article is about Convoy, and the title of the article is Convoy Unveils Service Targeting Owner-Operators and Small Fleets. And the way that this article reads is, hey, you can be an owner-operator with 1 truck, 10 trucks, whatever. But they are now offering us services geared to the small guy, basically. Okay, not the JB Hunts or the Swifts or whatever that's like pulling all the Amazon loads or whatever. And this is dedicated service. For instance, Amazon requires that you have at least 3 trucks in order to bid on their dedicated lanes. The way this reads from Convoy is you can have 1 truck or a small fleet, whatever they consider a small fleet to be, and you as a small owner operator will be able to bid on dedicated lanes, which just doesn't happen out there. And if you guys have checked into this, you know this, right? So this article comes from Transport Topics. Their website is ttnews.com. This story did break yesterday. And it was written by Connor D. Wolf, who's a staff reporter there. So I'm just going to go over parts of this. Actually, I may read the whole thing, but let me just read this to you and show you how exciting this is for you as a small owner operator. Okay, the article reads, Convoy introduced a dedicated freight service that aims to provide more work for owner operators and small fleets. The service, announced July 15th, offers every carrier equal access to finding predictable loads and thus stable revenue. It allows carriers nationwide to search and bid on dedicated freight contracts through the Convoy mobile app. Since starting Convoy, we have consistently heard from carriers about the challenges they have to keep their trucks busy and earning. Chief Product Officer Zayed Ismail told Transport Topics. With the extreme fluctuations in the market, that is even more true this year. The Seattle-based company connects shippers to carriers and also works to use its technology and data to solve problems of waste and inefficiency within the trucking industry. Dedicated freight is a solution that gives carriers predictable and repeatable loads that they know will be there each week, Ismail said. Traditionally, 90% of carriers in the U.S. who are owner-operators or small fleets have not had access to this kind of work. Convoy said in the announcement that dedicated freight contracts can include up to 40 live and drop loads per week. They can also last up to 6 months. An automated system will send loads directly through the app once a carrier wins a dedicated freight contract. As a side note, of course, this is a bidding situation, right? All dedicated freight, you do have to bid on it. So getting back to the article now. Introducing dedicated freight for carriers has been one of the consistent asks we have received from carriers, Ismail said. The full dedication experience is built in our app to make it easy for carriers to find and bid on work to help them earning and driving. Convoy began testing the service with a select number of clients late last year. Some found that their smaller size alone often meant they were passed over on contracts. Side note, I think some of us have been there, right? Okay, getting back to the article. The new service helped them to overcome that obstacle. We began testing this program in late 2019 and expanded the availability with our network in early 2020, Ismail said. The feedback has been consistently positive, with carriers eager to access this predictable and reliable work. We're excited to open up this opportunity to our carriers nationwide. Convoy said in the announcement that there is a misperception that small carriers are less reliable, meaning dedicated freight traditionally has been reserved for large or medium-sized carriers. And as a side note there, I personally would think that the larger carriers would have more of a reliability issue, right? Because they have more equipment and drivers to try to keep these lanes operating, where we as one truck, two truck, three truck operations, it's not as hard for us to keep those trucks full or with a driver in it, right? So I would have thought just the exact opposite. Back to the article. This is the first time we've had access to dedicated freight. KRV Transport in San Antonio said in a statement. As a small operation, we've never been able to access anything like this from the traditional brokers we've worked with. Convoy has been focused on advancing its technology offerings, and with this service being a continuation of earlier efforts. Convoy Go was introduced last year to provide drop and hook freight to owner-operators and small fleets. Automated reloads also was launched last year to help carriers get combinations of multiple jobs that are optimized to reduce empty miles. And as a side note there, I'm going to tell you that I benefited a lot from that particular service, automated reloads. Back to the article. This is a continuation of our efforts to maximize earnings for carriers by keeping their trucks full on the lanes they like to run with less hassle, Ismail said. So that's the article. This is, again, real exciting news. I want to know if any of you are interested in this type of thing, where you want to go out and get your own dedicated freight and know that on particular days and times you're going to have this freight available, that, hey, you're going to have 10 loads a week or 20 loads a week or 40 loads a week. You know, tell me what you think about that. You know, that's why you see like JB Hunt in all the Amazon yards, because they're so big and Amazon's so big, they get those big contracts, you know. And here we are now as the small guy, and we really have an easier foot into the dedicated freight market. I really want to know what you guys think. Please comment below. So that's it. I wanted to drop this real quick to let you guys know what was going on. Again, please subscribe to the channel if you found this helpful. By the way, I am going to be dropping news items 2 or 3 times a week now. It could be one item that I drop, or a news story that I drop, or 5 or whatever, but you will be seeing more of this without my face. And I hope it's helpful for you guys. Give me some feedback, okay? All right, we will talk to you soon, and in the meantime, please be safe out there.